Hello, church family. Welcome to this Friday edition of BHC Today. I'm standing in my front yard, and behind me is our saguaro. It's one of the reasons we bought this house. It's one of the most beautiful trees I've ever seen in my life, but it's been a tough summer. You can see some of the gaps on the tree. Our tree has lost about 6 branches. When I say branches, these are big branches, and they fall into the ground. And once they fall to the ground, they dry and they rot, and we have to pay to get them taken away. But these trees are supposed to have lived just hundreds of years, and they grow tall and slow and strong, and people thought they could never fall down. But this has been an amazingly hot summer, and many of them are falling and dying. You know, I love what Jesus says in John chapter 15. We've been spending time the last 2 weeks in John 15. He likens the Christian to a branch that is connected to the tree. When he remains connected to the tree, he thrives and he grows and he matures. But if he falls off, if he breaks off from the tree, he will wither up and die. In John 15:1, Jesus says, I am the true vine, and my Father is the vine dresser. Every branch in me that does not bear fruit, he throws away. But every branch that does bear fruit, he prunes that it may bear more fruit. And you are already clean because of the word which I have spoken to you. Abide in me, and I in you. As a branch cannot bear fruit of itself unless it abides in the vine, neither can you unless you abide in me. I am the vine, you are the branches. He who abides in me and I in him, he bears much fruit. Apart from me, you can do nothing. If anyone does not abide in me, he is thrown away as a branch and dries up, and they gather them and cast them into the fire, and they burn. But if you abide in me, and my words abide in you, you may ask whatever you wish, and it shall be done for you. By this is my Father glorified, that you bear much fruit, and so prove to be my disciples. Just as the Father has loved me, I have also loved you. Abide in my love. If you keep my commandments, you will abide in my love, just as I've kept my Father's commandments and abide in his love. These words I've spoken to you, that my joy may be in you, and that your joy may be made full. This is my commandment, that you love one another. Greater love has no one than this, than he lay down his life for his friends. And you are my friends if you do what I command you. No longer do I call you slaves, for a slave does not know what his master is doing. But I have called you friends, for everything I've heard from the Father, I have made known to you. This is my commandment, that you love one another. If the world hates you, you will know that it has hated me even before it hated you. For if you were of the world would love its own. But because you are not of the world, but that I chose you out of the world, for this reason the world hates you. Remember the word that I said to you, a slave is not greater than his master. If they persecuted me, they will persecute you also. If they kept my words, they will keep yours also. These things they will do to you for my name's sake, because they do not know the one who sent me. If I had not come and spoken to them, they would have not sinned, but now they have no excuse for their sin. He who hates me hates my Father also. If I had not done among them the works which no one else did, they would have not sinned. But now they have both seen and hated me and my Father as well. But these things they will do to you, that the word may be fulfilled, that is written in their law. They hated me without a cause. But when the Helper comes, that whom I will send to you from the Father, that is the Spirit of truth who proceeds from the Father, he will testify about me. And you will testify about me also, for you had been with me from the beginning. Jesus is the vine, and we are the branches. We get our spiritual fruit and our strength from remaining connected to the vine. May God bless you today, and be encouraged.